Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Guys, I'm going out with the husband. We're going away for the night. Me, my husband and baby Prosper. Obviously you know baby Prosper won't be left with anyone, so we're taking him along with us. We're going to a nice little hotel for a nice cosy night and a bit of chill out and relax. And I thought this is great timing to do my questionnaire, you know. Hey, my Q&A part 2. I'm so sorry it took us this long to get it uploaded. I'm just been so busy, you know, the life of Mrs. C. So we're going to delve into the rest of the questions that I didn't manage to get done on part 1. And I just want to say as well, a thank you to everyone who took time out in the day to ask me a question, because obviously I wouldn't be able to do this Q&A without you lovely lot asking me some wonderful questions that I wouldn't have even thought of myself. So let's go. The first question is from Mary Nee Smith, and she asks, what kind of style do you really want your home? Well, Mary, I want it shabby chic. That's my main focus. My style is shabby chic, countrified decor, like a farmhouse. I like very much the traditional and neutral farmhousey colours, all the creams and beiges and sage greens. That's definitely my vibe. I'm not modern at all. I do really appreciate modern houses and people's houses in general. I always look into different types of decor because I'm really interested in them. But for me, my style, it's definitely shabby chic all the way for me. So thank you so much for that question, Mary. And I hope I don't know if you're a subscriber, I hope you are, and I hope you stick around. The next question is from Hazel Hoard. I think I'm saying that right. I'm not sure, Hazel. Apologies if I haven't pronounced that right. And your question was, how long have you been in your house and how many children do you have? Hazel, we've been in this house now for around 7 months. We did a mutual exchange and we moved in here in December. I think it was early December. Yes, it was. And we absolutely love where we live in now. It's really, really lovely area. We also I have 4 children, and my husband has 3. I had 3, and then we had 1 baby Prosper together. So we have 7 children between us. So yes, we're very busy parents, put it that way. The next question is from Helen6477. Helen has given me my first super thanks on this channel. Helen, I can't thank you enough for that. God bless you. That was so, so sweet. I was so excited when I saw it pop up. It was like, I just couldn't believe it. I was like, I've got my first super thanks, and I was telling the kids and my mum and the husband, I was just over the moon with it. So thank you for that, Helen. You're just such a sweetheart. So Helen, you asked, do you come from a big family? Have you got brothers and sisters? I don't come from a big family, Helen. No, I don't. It's literally mum, dad, me and another sibling. Unfortunately, I don't get on with my other sibling. I won't say if it's a brother or sister, just to obviously privacy reasons, protect their identity, but no, we don't get along. So I only have 1 sibling. We don't get along and we haven't spoken for years, unfortunately. It's just one of those things where it's just family, isn't it? Family's like a difficult one. Sometimes you get along with people in your family, sometimes you don't, and unfortunately we never did get along. And yeah, cut ties a lot of years ago and just haven't gone back really. So thank you so much for that Helen question. Oh my days, guys, thank you so much, Helen, for that lovely question, and thank you for your wonderful super thanks. The next question is from Labrador Mummy, one of my she's a regular, I love her. I've been having a nice bit crack with the Labrador Mummy, actually. She's really sweet. She says, do you like Christmas and would you do Vlogmas? I love Christmas. I literally love Christmas. It's my favourite. It's always been my favourite Christmas out of all the celebrations. With us being Christians, we do celebrate Christmas and Easter. Before I was Christian, I celebrated everything, even Halloween we celebrated, but I don't do that now. So we just do Christmas and Easter in our house now, and I absolutely love Christmas. It's literally my favouriteest day ever. I love it. And would I do Vlogmas? Yes, I think I would, because I just love Christmas. I love the winter and I love Christmas. And I love doing YouTube and filming for you guys. Yous are just so lovely. So I think I would definitely love just to give you all just a Mrs. C festive, full of festiveness, fest off. I would just love it. I would definitely do Vlogmas, I think, definitely. Right, where are we at? The next question is from Zoe M3512, and she asks, have you always been a homeschooling family, and what are your tips for entertaining the baby while doing learning with the big ones? This is a really good question, Zoe. Thank you for that. We haven't always been a homeschool family at all. All of my children went to nursery and to school. I'm actually going to do a video on this, so I won't say too much because I'm going to do a full video on it. It's going to be called Home Education, Why and How, and it's basically from my perspective. But no, they used to go to school, they used to go to nursery, and then it all went boobs up basically when my daughter started secondary school and COVID hit, and it all went boobs up. So we decided to pull them out. They all came out naturally, like one by one. And it's honestly one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. But I will go on to that in the video. And how I keep the baby entertained. Zoe, the only way our home ed now is when Prosper is napping. It's literally the only way. Before I had Prosper, it was so much easier. But since having Prosper, I really struggled juggling the home ed and the day and the housework and the entertainment of the kids and all that. So our routine now is after lunch, baby Prosper goes down for his nap. Right, it's home ed time. So that's the only way I can fit it in now, because I did struggle after having baby Prosper. But yes, we're in a nice rhythm again now with the homeschool. So thank you for that, Zoe. And you must let me know if you home ed as well. So I'm wondering, because you asked that question, you might home ed your kids as well. So thank you so much for that question. And I've also got another question here from Mary Nee Smith again. Mary asked, do you have any second-hand shops to search for cottage items? We do, Mary. We have a few near where I live, but they're not all in the same area. They're sort of dotted around, so I would have to drive to one, drive to another. There's one area where it has 3 or 4 in the same area, and that's like literally my favourite place to go, so I can have a route in all 4 shops. But the rest of them are sort of dotted here, there and everywhere. But if I go out shopping, it doesn't matter where I go, I will always find a charity shop, and I'll always go in the charity shops because I absolutely love it. And I get a lot of my house stuff from charity shops, Vinted and Gumtree, which I think you're in the US, Mary. I think you are. I'm sure you mentioned it in the comments. So in the UK we have a thing called Gumtree, where it's like you can go and pick things up in your local area what people are selling. So I get a lot of our house furniture on there, like chest of drawers and beds. We've had beds off Gumtree before and things like that, garden furniture. And I would just drive round in my car, pick them up and bring them home. So yes, love a bit of thrifting, Mary. Absolutely love it. The next question is from Karen Hall 8942. Karen, thank you. You are a subscriber and you always leave lovely comments on my channel. I always notice your name pop up. So thank you so much for that, darling. Karen asks, what would be your perfect way to spend the day? And when I was thinking about this, I literally just thought of going somewhere with my husband, just the two of us, because we don't get a lot of time alone together. The time that we do get, we really appreciate and soak up. And I was literally just visioning like the perfect day, just me and my husband on a beachfront, just the two of us, when it's nice and quiet and the sun's about to set and it's about to get dark, and just sitting on the seafront with the warm breeze, some candles and just some nice food, just for me and my husband would be absolutely perfect. Like, I literally love me time with my husband. We're like best friends. We just never run out of things to say. We always just talk and we have the best belly laughs together ever. So just some time away with my husband will be the perfect day for me, Karen. It really would. Just on the seafront, listening to the waves, watching the sun go down, and just soaking in just life and peace and tranquility. That would definitely be my perfect day out. Definitely. What a good question, Karen, that was. Okay, the next one is from For Cleaning Out Loud, a lovely lady who's got a channel on here. You probably all know her, but if you don't, go and check out her channel. She's lovely. She's called For Cleaning Out Loud, and she asked me a few questions actually. So the first question she asked was, what kind of church do you go to? We don't go to a church at the moment. We were going to a church last year. It took us ages to find a church in our area that suited us. So it was an Elim church, because that's what we were looking for, an Elim church, and we found one, and it was absolutely fantastic. We loved it. The pastor was just so wonderful. He was just amazing. I can't say enough good things about that man. He was just wonderful. But unfortunately, what was happening was, because Prosper won't go to anybody, we couldn't sit and watch the whole service together, me and my husband and the kids, because Prosper would just be, he would want to be running around, or he would be crying, or he would be unsettled. So what was happening was, I was going downstairs in the church and sitting downstairs in like a seating area, and my husband was staying upstairs on his own getting the word. So I was never getting the word in the church. And then we went like this for like over a period of months, and it was just like, well, we're going together. I'm downstairs with a Ben on my own. He won't go to any of he wouldn't go in like the baby group and stuff like that. He just wouldn't be away from me. So we had to make a decision on what we were going to do, because it was becoming quite stressful. So we just decided to just leave the church and just do online church from home. So what we do now is every Sunday evening, me and my husband sit down and do online church, where we'll either do an older church from London, where he's originally from. We do that, or we do the church that we've just left. We do watch there, because they're online, they're on YouTube as well. Or we do Rick Warren. If you haven't heard of Rick Warren, he's absolutely brilliant. He's so easy to learn from. And 9 times out of 10, we do go for Rick Warren, because for me and my husband, we get so much out of Rick Warren's channel. He has a church called Saddleback as well. It's all on YouTube, and his teaching is phenomenal. He's funny with it. He's interesting. He's motivational. He knows so much, and he's so down to earth and humble. And me and my husband love like down to earth, humble people. And it's just, yeah, we do that every Sunday night. So we don't go to church as yet, but as baby Prosper gets older and he goes like to more people, and he would like go in the toddler groups at the church, I think we would definitely go back. It just wasn't fitting with our family unit at that time, unfortunately. You also asked in that question, who is your favourite worship band? I have a few. I did put them on my first Q&A. I wrote them on the screen. But if I'm thinking off the top of my head now, it would be Hope City Worship. I just love that lady's voice and all the songs that they do. I actually wanted some of those songs at my wedding, but we couldn't have them because we got married in a registry office and they wouldn't allow us to have those songs in there. But I was, Hope City Worship. If you haven't heard of them, look them up. They're really good. You also asked if I had a superpower, what would it be? Now, my daughter asks me this all the time. She asks me this, and every time my answer is I would be invisible. I don't know why. I just think it would be cool just to be invisible, just for a day. Do you know what I mean? Just for a day. For Cleaning Out Loud, you also asked, what is your parenting style? I wouldn't say I had a parenting style in particular. I like to be quite relaxed and jokey with the kids, so I like to have a laugh with them. but I also don't cross that barrier, as in, I'm not the friend. I'm definitely not the kids' friends. I'm your mum, and you will have manners and respect. Me and my husband are very big on manners and respect. So if there's any sort of cheekiness or stepping out of line, you just wouldn't get away with it in this house, basically. They would have like a device took off them or something like that for a certain length of time until they've learned, and then they would get it back. But it's very rare we have to do that, to be fair. It's very, very rare. They are they've learned the art of manners and respect over the years, and they've learned how important it is in a household to have manners and respect. I mean, the older ones even like tell Prosper off now when he's naughty, they teach him manners and respect and how to behave. So we've definitely passed on something right with that, because they know now what they would carry on in their household. Do you know what I mean? That's, you can't have a loosey goosey household. We love to have a laugh and a joke, but, remember, the Bible says we must honour and obey our parents, and we definitely stick by that in this house. You also asked if we could live anywhere in the UK, where would it be? Now, I don't know many places in the UK because I haven't travelled a lot. It's one thing that I haven't done. But what I would say is, if I moved anywhere, I would do the really good research on it first, and it would have to be somewhere countrified, like cottagey, with lots of elderly people there, and somewhere like, like a tranquil little village where people are just pleasant and say good morning and afternoon and things when you're out, and just somewhere like that. It would have to be like vintage cottage, lovely tranquil place where the elderly would live. That would be my ideal. I would stay away from like cities and busy areas. We like to be quiet. It would have to be somewhere quiet and rural. Yes, that was a lovely little list of questions from For Cleaning Out Loud. Absolutely love it. And go and check out her channel if you haven't done it already. And my last question is from Mrs. Leanne Jones. She also has a channel on YouTube. She does very, very well. I'm sure you all know her. She's just a lovely, lovely lady, and she always looks glamorous. So she has she has said, sorry, I would love to hear your testimony. So, testimony of how I found God. I'll try and keep it as simple as possible. So before I met my husband, I lived just a worldly life. I wasn't brought up on God or going to church or praying or anything like that. So I just went to school and college and got a job and lived worldly. Then when literally the day I went to meet my husband, I was stood in front of my wardrobe thinking of what I could wear, and I didn't know how this happened or anything, because remember, I hadn't met my husband at this time. But I remember standing in front of my wardrobe, and I was that sick of having, like, being single and just I'd had a array of disastrous relationships before this, and I was really just at the end of my tether. And at the time, I was just happy to stay single. I didn't want to meet anybody anymore. I was pig sick. And I can remember standing in front of my wardrobe when I was deciding what to wear, and I just stood and I just prayed that this was going to be it for me, and this was going to be the one, and this was going to be my forever, basically. And I didn't even know who I was praying to at the time. Didn't have a clue. I knew to say amen though at the end of the prayer, but I didn't know much about it. Now, when I met my husband, he is Christian. He was brought up in a Christian household. They were brought up going to church, praying, fasting, all of that. So the minute I met my husband, obviously, and we got on together, he was literally, I saw him praying from the get-go. So literally when I left his house to come home, he would pray with me, for my safety of getting home. And then just the more and more time I spent with him, the more he was talking about God, and the more I got interested in God. I wasn't brainwashed or anything like that. I wasn't forced. And then I started praying. We started praying together. I bought a Bible, then I bought the teenagers' Bibles, then we started doing Bible class with all of our 7 children, and I just got so into it. I couldn't live my life without God now. I could not go back to living a worldly life. For me, my faith is everything. And for me family as well, I've seen the difference in my children having a godly life as to what they were before I met my husband. I've seen a massive difference in my children. And I just think God has literally saved me life by bringing me my husband. And through meeting my husband, I met God, and it literally, it's changed my world. It's changed my whole entire life. And I now believe in marriages. I now believe in happy endings. I believe in myself more. I feel like I know myself and I know my purpose. Whereas for all those years before I met my husband, I feel like when I look back now, I was just wandering. I was lost, and I was very, very lonely. So yeah, that's my testimony of how I found God. I found God and my husband at the exact same time. So thank you all for watching this video. Thank you if you were subscribed. Thank you for listening to this Q&A. God bless you all. I love you so, so much. And I hope you stick around for the next one. Bye, guys.
You gave me a reason to keep from looking back and start believing. But I didn't want to let go of what a feeling that I have when you're around to help my healing. We leave a lot of things unsaid.